Mm-hmm. Y'all know what it is. Chop culture. We back. Hold on. Tom, I had to put something up
Yeah, talk to
real
me.
quick because this was an interesting meme, and I seen it, and I had to talk about this one because being a fan of Russell Wilson, especially since the early days, he is always considered pretty corny for a lot of people,
But that's because they don't know him. You know me, I've actually had real interaction and done
bro.
commercials with the man and hung out with the man. He ain't what everybody think he is. You know what I'm saying? He
I
ain't
know.
that boring dude. He actually a real good dude. I like hanging out with
No,
Russ, man.
but what I admire is the whole person that he is. And I almost think that people get this notion because somebody talks properly, um, just an all around good person, right? That
Mm-hmm.
either A, it can't be. They're always trying to find a flaw. And I always
Facts.
find it interesting. And then and I'm going to say it's mostly, a lot of times, in our own community
Come on.
who be throwing shots at him, which is interesting to me, right?
But
We
what's
see this
crazy
man,
is
he's a
what's crazy
family
to me
man.
is family man, good
Hold on one
father.
second. Let me just read this out to them, and then I'm gonna let you finish up. Hold on. So this is from Lil Duval, who says, "Newsflash: It's a lot of Russell Wilsons out here. Y'all just ignoring them because they're not rich." Then he goes on, "Y'all women know y'all don't want no Russell Wilson type. You'll be bored out your mind and cheating in a few years." All right, talk to him.
So my problem with the whole our community bagging on Russ, what everybody forgets is Russ is a businessman. He not only does he have an image to protect, he has multiple businesses that man is a part of owning or in ownership groups or in investment groups. So, of course, in his public persona, it would be in his best interest to I don't want to see. I hate when people black folks use the word. Oh, he talks proper. That's a bad analogy. But to say that the
It
man
is,
is educated,
but they say that.
so I'm gonna say
But they say that.
to bag on a man for his education and that he carries himself as an educated black man. For
It's
one, is just
ignorant.
it's ignorant, bro. But for me, it really bothers me because, like I said, I've actually had personal interactions with Russ. You know what I'm saying? I've hung out with him on a couple of occasions. You know what I'm saying? For hours on end. You know what I'm saying? Where we've actually got to have private conversation, personal conversations. And I'm telling you, Russ is a good dude. Like he's a funny cat. Like he's not the typical, because you know how everybody always likes to call him a sellout or he's not black. Russ is black, bro. Listen, Russ.
Okay, but let's get okay. But
So I want to
let's
get
get
that
on.
out there first. I want to get that out
Okay,
there first.
but let's get on the topic. I think that because I agree with you. Like I said, he's my favorite player. So everything you're saying, I agree with. But I think the topic at hand is:
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's get to the topic. I
Do
just wanted to
women
put that out there.
do women mess with guys like Russell Wilson without Russell Wilson's celebrity status and money? Because I think that's what Duvall was trying to say.
So here's my thing and I was having a conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, and we were talking about uh us as people. We normally tend to date in that same personality circle. So the
Mm-hmm.
problem is it takes, a man or a woman stepping outside of that normal personality circle to find the Russell Wilson, to find the Sierra type. And so I would say that it's harder to find the Russells because we're not stepping out of our personality circles that we normally date in. So
Mm,
so
I don't know,
I
man.
disagree
I
with it a
think
little bit.
really.
I do.
I think there's Russell Wilson types out there. I just don't think
Yeah.
women are necessarily gravitating toward those types.
But that's I
And to be
we're
honest,
listen, we're saying the same thing. I'm agreeing
oh,
with you. Because
but
think about it
I
is
think, but I disagree. You should. I think there's a lot more out there though. Unless you're saying, are you saying that?
mm, we know, hey, listen, we know a lot of Negroes. How many Russell Wilsons in your friend group you got?
Well,
I'll let me be. I'll let me be.
okay, okay. I always, I like to do percentages, right?
Okay.
Okay, and
You
so
know I
I
like
got such a
numbers.
diverse, number. I'll say 40%.
Really.
I'll say
But
forty
you know what
percent.
though? Hey, you know what? For you, I can see that because again, we follow the motto of if you don't motivate us, you shouldn't be around us. So I can understand
Talk
why
to me.
your friendship group would be 40%. But how big is your
Okay.
friendship group, B? See what I'm saying? So that
Mm.
40% may not be very accurate when it comes to men overall. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Talk to me. I'm
So
following
I'm
you.
gonna
I'm
say the
here.
percentage of so here if we're gonna list the Russell Wilson, so we're talking about provider, right?
A1
But again,
provider.
we're not talking about a provider in just the financial in the
No,
financial realm because
provider.
we already talked about that, right? We're
Provider.
talking about a God fearing,
God, I was about to say that, and that's
yes, very very
key.
important. God
Yep.
fearing, uh, great
Doesn't
great father, right?
Okay, but that's fatherhood. I'll put that number one with him. So I think that's
Listen,
yeah.
so I mean, I'm just listing the characteristics of what I believe
Okay.
that when we talk about the Russell Wilson man that we're talking about, great father, great stepfather, because that's
That's
very important in relationships when you're an adult and you have kids.
yes,
Being a good
yes.
step or mother or father is very very important. The
Because that's a
care that you
selfless act.
give,
That's a
say again,
selfless act.
very very
That's a
selfless,
selfless.
because the care you give for your significant other's child, you know what I'm saying, to me proves that there is a true bond with you and your significant other, because you realize how important your significant other's child is, and having a
Yeah.
relationship with that child, how important that can be to your relationship. So so we got great father, great stepfather, great provider, great man of
Mm-hmm.
God, um motivated, because you can be all of those things and not be motivated to move further. Russell is a man that is not good with complacency and not good with I'm just gonna accept my NFL check. Russell is
He
motivated
wants to be
to
the greatest.
build his
He said
legacy.
that. Yes. He said he wants to be the greatest of all time. I think that's genuine. Like
I agree, but I'm speaking more of outside the field. I'm talking about just his legacy as far as what he's building. You know what I'm saying? Um,
but I agree with you, but I would say that it does go outside the field too, because when
no,
you
that's
make
that's what I'm
that
saying.
and you see how hard he works on the field, but he also works hard on his marriage. It seems
Right,
like he
right, and
puts in the
he
work.
works hard to
Marriage
build his relationship, but he supports his woman 100% in everything she
and
does.
everything.
So I would say that the percentage of men that have all of those
Mm-hmm.
qualities, when we're in comparison to the world, right? I would probably say that's probably a very small percentage. But also,
Wow.
I would,
Wow.
but I would
Okay.
also,
No,
but I
I
would
agree with
also
you.
say that his affluence affords him a little bit, more of an ability to be that man.
And that's why I was saying, okay, and I agree with you. That's why I was saying, do women still gravitate toward those type of individual men without all the money, the celebrity status?
So
And me and you both know cats that are similar like this, and they get played.
get
They get
played. But you know
played.
why? Because what's crazy is, so just like as we were talking about at the beginning, how Russell gets, he gets the, oh, he's not black, he's soft, he's, all of this, all of that, right? I would say that without the money, a lot of times society tends to look at those guys as the softer side. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that that's the correct view, but those guys tend to be the guys that get looked at as, the weaker type. Those are the guys that get walked on sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Um, or get treated
Yeah.
or get mistreated in relationships because they're not the typical hard thug, or you know what I'm saying, have that hard exterior that that's
What women used to always tell me is, I want a man that has an edge. An edge. What is an edge? I don't. What is an edge? Does Russell Wilson
to
have an
me.
edge to
Listen,
you?
so I think the problem is we we take words for granted, right? And we take things for granted, and we misuse them. So when you hear the word edge, I know what we would take it as, a
Mm-hmm.
protector. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have to be in these
Ooh.
streets. You know what I'm saying? And banging and doing all this thug stuff to have an edge. But I guarantee you wouldn't run up in these streets though. If I was out, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out with my kids, I'm out with my lady.
Mm-hmm.
My edge is you run up, I guarantee to put you down. Right?
Okay.
So I don't
Real,
necessarily
real,
have to be the street
real
thug. Go ahead.
quick, real quick. We got comments. You know how this. And guys, we're doing this is the pop up. This is Shop Culture. We didn't tell you guys we're coming on. We just do that.
Sometimes we
So
just do that. We get motivated. We just want to talk to you guys. We just enjoy being in the community.
and this was a great meme because I think there's so many different layers to it, and
Yeah.
we're just
Oh
using
yeah.
what somebody said about the Russell Wilson. But let's get on the comments. Um, what's up, man? My guy said only after they get knocked up by these ends and they need security and a simp. So there, he's saying is these
But is
women be out.
Russell a simp though?
Yeah, I don't, bro. You're gonna have to go into detail about that one, my guy, because
Give
I
me some
didn't really.
detail on it. Give me some details because I don't know. I don't know if Russell's a simp, man.
I don't think
I
so
think
at all.
Russell's a good listen. Now,
But he might be talking about it in general. He might be talking about it in general.
but see, here we go. But that's what we're talking about. A lot of them dudes get looked at as the simps and the suckers, right?
They do
But
absolutely.
what makes him a simp and a sucker? He didn't listen. Sierra wasn't no backdoor hoe. She wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? No project.
But they
Okay.
define. But people define who you mess with. She messes with a guy like Future, and all of a sudden, that's who she
One,
likes or
but look,
attracted to.
but before that,
That's
did we
not.
hear about her?
No, I know I didn't.
So what makes him a simp? Because he didn't go pick him up a hoe.
I bro, I agree with you. It's let's get down. We got
And
another
my
couple.
real simp is the opposite of a pimp. So what I'm saying is she found her a good man. First off, Sierra got money. She got long cake. Obviously she's not making $100 million a year, or whatever, whatever Russell's making in his contract. You feel me? But she got contracts. She get paid.
Well, not only that is she seems to be a good woman. So I don't understand what the
So
issue
hey,
is.
did you
And
see
they're
her
a
Met
beautiful
Gala
couple.
dress? She support
Well,
that
I'm just
dude
saying,
to the fullest.
and they're a beautiful couple. She came in. She had a son, had a child. Russell came in, and was just supportive, and that's what you should do, right? When you come into a situation, a relationship, or somebody that you starting to get to know and want to get to know, because he actually, now one thing I will say, he actually courted her too. Courting
Yes.
is different than dating. He's
Yes.
like, I'm courting you because I want to marry you. So I got to give the brother credit because a lot of us don't court women. Now let's be real. We might date, but we ain't courting. Courting is two different things. And so he did that. Did that make you a simp? No. It makes you a
Nah.
man that sees something that you
He seen
attracted and like
hey,
and wants to
listen,
get to know
he
and want
seen
to marry.
potential in his life partner and he upgraded. I don't know if
And I'm
that's a
not mad.
simp. I'm not.
No. Okay.
I can't agree that that's a simp.
I I'm with you. Hey, shut down corner. We on board with that. I feel you. Okay, hold on, brother. We got some comments. Say Sam, thank you for tuning in. He said, didn't Wilson for the longest while make a little over 40 grand while his first wife was cheating on him and took a really long time and a lot of hard work before he found someone who supported him as a team. Okay. I see where you're going, Sam. I like it. It might be hard to find whatever that type, maybe whether it's men or women, because they expect something waiting rather than put in the work to build that while someone is coming up. And you know what?
What were we
He's
talking about
absolutely
last
correct.
episode, B? That
Last
process,
episode,
right?
correct. But I actually watched. It was nice. Russell Wilson was in this church, and the pastor was interviewing. I wish I had to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
the YouTube because I want to put it in the page. And he talked about what my man or my person in here is saying. Exactly the same thing. Said that she had trust issues. She had some issues going on, and he was
Yep.
supportive. He said, "I don't want her to be where I want her at right now. I want to help build her up, support her." And I was like, "Damn, that's some real." You know what I'm
See,
saying?
but remember, I was
That's
talking
some real.
about what was it, episode or two ago, where I was talking about the journey and the process, right? We, a
Yeah.
lot of times, we men or women get into these situations or relationships, and we're expecting that person to be built, right? Where's the build? Like we have to be able to go through the building process. Sometimes, not
No,
all the
we
time.
do. But
Sometimes we got to go through the building process. Sometimes you're gonna find that diamond in the rough that you got to wipe that charcoal off. You know what I mean?
you do. But that person also has to be willing
Willing, right,
and
right, right.
open enough
But see, but
to
again,
want
so
to.
remember we were talking about baggage and being able to work on that. Like Russell said, I knew that my woman had these issues coming from her previous relationship. I was willing
Mm-hmm.
to be her cover while she dealt with those issues. But again, because I watched the same interview, but again, she had to
Yep.
deal with those things. It wasn't
But she
just
dealt with it, and that's the
it
important
wasn't
thing.
just
And
seeing it wasn't just her seeing a good man and then okay,
and
I'm
just
good
feel
now.
like,
My man ain't gonna
yeah,
cheat
I'm
on
good
me. I'm
now. Yep.
okay. No, she still
That
has
man is
those
going to
issues.
heal. Yeah, he's going to heal my trauma. He's going to heal my trust issues. He's going to do all this and that. No, 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 no. She also put in the work,
Come on.
and
What
that's
we talking
why
about every day? We talk
every
about it
day.
every episode, B. Every episode.
All right,
Therapy.
let's go. Hold on. We got some more comments. And guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the pop up. You know how we do this.
Come on, shop
You know
culture,
how
baby.
we do
We in
this.
the building.
Come on. All right. Nadia, what's up, girl? How you living? She says, nice isn't a personality trait. It's just something you do. Kindness, on the other hand, is a trait that embodies empathy. I know
Mm.
lots of nice guys who still lack empathy, and I agree with you.
I like that. I like that because
That's
that's
deep.
a very true thing. Being empathetic and being a nice person are very, very two different things.
Very
Very different.
different. Because when you talk to people, right, about whoever they're dealing with, whether or not it's personality, friendship, whatever a trait, right? First thing they want to say, oh, he's nice or she's nice. Well, shouldn't you be nice? That's just what you should.
But see, here's my thing is right. A
Totally different thing.
narcissist can be nice in moments, but a narcissist lacks empathy, right?
Empathy. Yep.
So
Yep.
to be empathetic is to understand the plight of another. See what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
Russell was empathetic to what his wife had previously went through, and that allowed him to be able to put himself in her shoes and say, okay, this is what I need to do as a man to cover my woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that empathy, you know what I'm saying, is what it is what a lot of, like she said, a lot of these nice guys tend to miss is that empathy. Because you can be nice
Empathy.
on a regular basis and still be an asshole.
Really care. Now we got Tiffany. What's up, Tiffany? How you living? She says yes, but we love nice guys. So yeah.
Whoa.
So
Tiff, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, babe. Just because we see it all the time, even with Sierra. Most women love a thug. They love again that edge that they perceive, you know what I'm saying? That thugness that they perceive as an edge tends to draw them to that, you know what I'm saying? Back in
yeah,
that
and then they
circle of
want wait. They like the edge until it gets a little too real. Till it gets real, it's
listen, but see
I love the nice
again,
guy.
but is that edge or is that just that bullshit that you perceive as edge?
And that's what I'm saying. That's why we in this situation though, right? That's why we have people you know, making comments about Russell Wilson. Because I have it all the time in the barbershop. Cats come in. I said, well, why don't you like Russell Wilson? Oh, he's corny. Well, what makes him corny? Like, what makes Russell Wilson
You
corny?
know, you know, you know
Well,
what
what
makes
makes
Russell
those guys
corny in
corny?
the eyes of some of these Negroes? Can I just give it to you straight?
Come on, talk to me, brother.
Listen, the problem is most niggas, most men, most
Oh,
Negroes, most men
yeah,
want to be that good dude, right? But they lack the empathy and they lack the internal power to change their life, change who they are to be that dude. So it's easier for us as a society to say, "Oh, that nigga's corny," because if I say he's corny, then I don't have to follow the motto. See what I'm saying? I don't.
I just think that okay, I agree, but I just think it's being dismissive.
No, I'm,
It's
I'm
just
being
being.
real with you. Listen, I
Oh,
in
I
my
agree
heart,
with you,
I
but
believe that a lot of these Negroes and a lot of these dudes really want to be in that position. That's why you continually get in relationships. That's why you continually try again, but you don't know how to be that guy. Nobody taught you how to be that guy. Nobody is helping you learn how to be a better man. So it's easier for us to dismiss Russ because then if I acknowledge how good of a man he is, then I have
that
to
means I have
acknowledge
to
my
step
own
up.
shortcomings, right?
Well, and exactly, I have to step up. I have to be different. I have
Right.
to
So for
model
me as a
certain
man, if I'm
personality
talking,
traits.
you know, if I'm not who I am, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Russ is corny. That's a corny nigga, man. He support his woman, bro. Why are you dancing that video for your girl? Because that's supporting your woman, right? But a nigga that don't want to follow that motto,
Yeah, let's say brother. I don't want these. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
B, that Negro,
It's a It's a terrible mentality, though.
Man, dude, it is. But that's how we get. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why a lot of guys dismiss Russ, because they see the good that he's doing, and they're like, well, shit, man. If I acknowledge how good he's doing, then I kind of got to do the same. I gotta step my game up. I ain't got that. I can't do that.
Well, and so we're saying, you know, we want to recognize men like that. That's why we want to recognize fatherhood. We got to recognize a man that's man. He's doing what he supposed to do in a relationship to make a relationship successful,
Mm-hmm.
and we should be honoring that and praising that. And most of us should be trying to strive for that. That's a
Instead of
great
hating
thing.
on it, calling them corny. Because again, first off, all you see is a public persona. All you see is what he give you. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's what we tend to
Absolutely.
forget when it comes to this social media stuff. You only get what somebody gives you on their social media. That has nothing to do with who they are when they cut that app off.
But in all fair, but people already have a certain mindset too, though, going into it, right? Russ, Russ was doomed to a lot of us. Is going to be turned off, right, by his, saying his public persona, like you're saying, because it's for a lot of people it's over the top.
Not because you
But
know what it is. Can I just be real with you? When it
mm-hmm.
comes to us as black folks, we want everybody to be like us. You know what I'm saying? Too
Unfortunately,
too
yes,
too too many times in the black community, somebody that stands out and that's
yes.
different, you know what I'm saying, is wrong, or they not black or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We want Russ to act like Jay. Like, listen, I like Jalen Ramsey. Let's not get it wrong. But they're two different characters. You see what I'm saying? We want Russ to be Richard Sherman
Yeah.
because we want Russ to act black. But what is acting black? See what I'm saying? And that's a
That
that's
is
a
such
lot of the problem.
and I agree with you on that. And I hate when I hear that term, or people try to knock where somebody's raised. If you're oh, you must be from the east side, or you. It's very dismissive, right? You're trying to down somebody
But not even just that. It's
off of being
dismissive to the
receptive.
work that person has put in. See what I'm saying?
We don't.
Listen, like if Russ was acting the typical nigga, would he be part owner of the Sounders? You see what I'm saying? Would he be part owner of all these businesses? They wouldn't want to
But
deal with that man. He could be
but
an
what?
investor, but would
But
he
the
be
thing
able to
about it,
sit in on the board?
but the thing about it is, he's being true to who he is, though. He's
Exactly.
not acting or trying to portray or front like he's something different. He's being genuine and in his own skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great thing. All right, real quick, we got another comment. Say Sam says, but can someone truly show up the way they want to if they've spent so much time fixing broke that they don't address broken? You want me to read that again? That's a
Read that
good
one
one.
more time. Read it one more time.
But can someone truly show up the way they want to if they spend so much time fixing broke that they don't address broken?
I
Oof.
think so. Yes. So I can never be a better me. So we talk about this all the time, and I tell you all the time how much you motivate me, B. You know what I'm saying? To be a better ant. But if I don't address me accordingly on a regular basis, then how do I grow?
Hmm.
So for me, I feel like I constantly need to be fixing those. I'll never be perfect. I'll never be. But if
No.
I strive to be, then I figure I'll end up somewhere, on the right side of history. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm gonna say that I feel like I constantly need to work on the broken parts.
Okay. But let's take it another step further, though.
Holla at me.
Can you do this with somebody else, though? Can you always be addressing or helping somebody else with their brokenness, right,
No,
when they don't want to address their own brokenness?
no,
See,
no.
and that's
We've
what I
talked
think
about
is,
that. We've talked
yeah,
about that on
that's what I
numerous
think
occasions.
Sam
You
is
have to be
indicating. He's
willing
like,
to fix your
you
own
can't
baggage.
constantly be motivating or helping somebody that doesn't necessarily see their shortcomings, that don't
Mhm.
necessarily want to put in the work, because this is work. It is hard work.
Every day,
You know
every
what I'm
day.
saying? And so when
But
somebody is not doing that, at some point you got to move on.
No, you got to, because then so we talked about it this week. We're talking about being a cover, right? When
Yeah.
we're talking about being a cover for somebody and just trying to help somebody motivate you, I can be a cover, but for so long. But again, you have to be willing to deal with your own baggage, because I can never fix your baggage, no matter how good of a
No,
man I am. You know what I'm saying? Or want to be, or in this relationship, I can never fix what you bring to the with the baggage that you bring, because it's your own issues. I can only show you that those issues won't be an issue here, but to actually, excuse me, address the issue, that is something that we have to do on a personal level.
yeah,
We have to be
yeah.
willing to accept our own shortcomings and our own issues, our own problems, deal with that on a personal level before we can deal with others. That's why I say, before you get into another situation, you need to check your baggage. You have to
You
check
need
your
to check your
baggage.
baggage, but you need to be honest about what your baggage is. And I don't even know. Do we ever ask potentials that question? Like,
But
what
I think
exactly?
we do. I think we
What?
do in certain ways. You know what I'm saying?
But
Um,
certain ways doesn't answer it particularly, though, right? I think
but
certain
again, so how
ways
do
is
you ask
very
that? So
generic.
do you just walk up and say, you're in your date, right? You and your lady, y'all having a date. So what's your baggage? So
Listen,
then
hold on.
I'm
Wait, wait.
assuming that
But
you
we can
already
ask,
have
we can
some.
talk sex, we can talk sexual questions to them. We can ask sexual questions to them. We can ask certain lifestyle questions. Why can't we ask what the baggage is? And they should be able to ask me what my baggage perceived is. And so we get, hey, okay, are you working on those things? Or what your baggage is?
But I think
I
there's
mean,
ways to ask without actually asking, do what is your baggage? You know what I'm saying?
okay, yes,
I
it
think
probably
there are
is
ways to get to the
it's a
question
better way of
without being
asking it. I'll give you
so
that.
direct.
Yes, but that is a question that needs to probably be asked, though. I just think
I agree. Listen, that is something that you have to address in every relationship, even friendship. You know what I'm saying? Um,
absolutely, yes.
business relationships, all of that has to be addressed. But again, I'm just saying that I'm not sure that that's the right
Yeah,
way to
maybe.
ask. B. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, maybe not.
Hey,
Oh
babe.
wow, you
Hey,
know it.
hey, this is a good steak. But tell me about your baggage. You know what I'm saying? What's
It
your
is a good
issues is,
state.
girl? Tell me your issues while I
Or
cut my
you're
steak
right.
up.
You would have to word it. You would have to word it. You don't want to go on Shopkulture and be like, "Hey, well, B said this is how you just asked about the
Right.
baggage." Like,
Listen,
just
hey, no, hey, that's what listen, listener, that's what I want y'all to do on your next date. You just tell them that Barry said that you can ask
oh,
like that, okay? You tell them Barry said that you can say, hey, what's your baggage? Just tell me what the hell your issues is. I need to know what your
yeah,
what's wrong with you
hey,
today. Okay?
yeah, take a relate. Hey, oh man, well guys, this is the pop up. Real quickly, we want to thank you guys. We wanted to come in and just talk about this real quickly, guys. Make sure you tap and tune in every Tuesday at 8:30. Me and the producer, we on
Like,
Tuesdays at
comment,
8:30.
share.
Comments and share. You guys see it. Join the group. Tell your friends about the group. We want to thank each and every one of you guys for
Real
tapping and
quick before we
tuning
get
in.
out of here. Hey, all my veterans, you know what I'm saying? You see, I got, my veteran hoodie on today. It's Veterans Day. So to all my fellow veterans, to all that have served, went before us, lost their life, all of that good stuff. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you every day. All of those that supported me, everybody that sent me love today, say Happy Veterans Day. I appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. Again,
Yeah.
Happy Veterans Day. We appreciate your service and your sacrifice. You are loved.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate that, my
my
brother.
brother, my father, all in the service,
Yep.
laid their life down
Yes,
for
sir.
the freedom we enjoy here. So, man, make sure that we show appreciation and say thank you, guys. It's so important, right? So, guys, you know what it is. Tuesday at 8:30, Shop Culture. Man, woo! Stay safe. Be blessed.
Be blessed. Get therapy.
Come on.